Yeah, okay.
Um, yeah, so I think the idea is like we want you to get people interested in watching this video.
Yeah,
Okay, go.
okay. Hello, everybody. Here today with the ShapeFaces team, going to give you a bit of an introduction and an overview about the process we did to create the amazing geometric masterpieces that are ShapeFaces. We're not going to do an extensive piece by piece run through, more of an overview and a tour. But if you guys like this video, we'd be more than happy to go much deeper in depth with everything. So without further ado, here you go. I could
Awesome.
be a YouTuber. I could be a YouTuber.
You should be. You should be. All right, cool. So I'm gonna probably use some of the ins and outs too of me kind of being like, so we're gonna record the video.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
Cloud. Cool. And I'll do a little bit, so I'll like cut this.
Oh yeah.
So we're here to show you ShapeFaces, and ShapeFaces is a generative blockchain art project. It's also a PFP project. The backgrounds, the faces, and the animations are all created generatively. So when someone mints a shape, and we'll show you that process shortly. So I'm Mike. I'm one of the people that created ShapeFaces. I have worked on a bunch of stuff in the blockchain space. I've worked on mineable tokens for Ethereum. I've worked on changing the hashing algorithm to Ethereum Classic. That's going well. I've also managed the web dev and web design Reddit. And Jackson, you want to give a quick intro, quick shout
Yes,
out?
I'm Jackson. I am in high school. I have not done as much blockchain development technology research and such, but I do have a very cute cat named Rafa, who is featured right there, who just came back from the vet, and she's all doing all great.
You gotta make Rafa's picture bigger. She's cute. Awesome, thanks, Jackson. Cool. So we wanted to talk about what happens when you mint a ShapeFace. So there's a pre-sale going on, and you can mint them now. They cost 0.029 ETH each. So when you mint one, we'll show you what happens and show you the smart contract and show you the code associated with it. So in the smart contract, you specify the token price, how many are for sale, the API where you can find your ShapeFace metadata. And then when you mint a ShapeFace, this is the main line of code that creates the random entropy, the random numbers that cause the generative art of your ShapeFace to be determined. So we use this hashing function, Ketchak256, and that's the same hashing function that's used by OX Bitcoin, a mineable token that exists within an Ethereum contract. This is the same hashing function that we're changing Ethereum Classic to, or working on changing Ethereum Classic to. And so we take these random numbers, so the block difficulty, and that just has to do with the overall blockchain. We take the block number and the block hash of the block number. We take the timestamp, and then we take the current ID. So if this is minting token 7, this is token 7. And then we take all these random numbers that come just from the blockchain, from chance, from when you minted it, with the token number that you're generating, and then we hash all that together. So like every Bitcoin block is hashed, and it's an irreversible process. That same thing happens here. And then we mint the NFT like every other NFT. So then what happens now, you've created your token. So OpenSea, so it would be this mint event, these transfers, these mint events happen. And we see that on OpenSea. So we see here this transfer event. So let's find this minting here. So here, this address minted this shape face. So how we want to show how these properties show up and how this shape face gets here. So inspecting all of these shape faces are actually in an iframe. And they use this as the seed that's being generated. And so we can look at the source code for this page, build.html, and we're just going to try to just give a tour, then be an exhaustive kind of reference here. So we go to build.js, and at the very top, we grab the seed out of the URL. And so we seed the random number. So the seed, and this is more or less how so here we have build traits. So build traits is the main way of generating that, so we have traits.js and build.js are just the two JavaScript files. And so here, some of these may look more familiar. So these are the color schemes and the different weightings of each. So alien is one of the most rare color schemes, then ape, and then zombie. And then we have these other great color schemes that were designed to look awesome. Then we have all these different things. Here's the color palettes themselves. Here's the different backgrounds that we show. These are all the generated backgrounds, and some of these are stock art that a royalty-free licensed art that we used. So here we generate all of the metadata for the design. And then in the next file in our repo, we draw it. So to draw it, we use, so let's look at draw nose. So draw nose, depending on if it's a left pointing nose, a right pointing nose, or what kind of nose it is. Let's look at the 3D nose. So here we just have these drawing functions, and these use the basic Canvas drawing API. We have them wrapped a little bit so that we can do animations, but it's pretty straightforward here. We draw all these images. So each time the NFT is loaded, it draws it. We had to do some special stuff for a metadata server. So we take the same code and we run it in Node.js and we run it in Google Cloud. If more than 5 people watch this video, we can do another video that dives into that. We'd be happy to show how we do the API, do the metadata server, and also how we get thumbnails for OpenSea, because OpenSea, these aren't Canvas, these are actually screenshots. So for instance, this is actually animated, this shape face is perp colored. And so these screenshots had to come from a different API, so we can go into that. Here's a super cool one. It's rippled background and it's animated. And I think, is it, let's see. Oh, cool, melon. Yeah, this looks awesome. So that's some of how all that works. We do the smart contract to make generative on-chain metadata. And then in JavaScript, we use that on-chain metadata to seed a random number generator to make these awesome pieces of art. So thanks for watching. There's 704 shape faces left for the pre-sale. So we're hoping that they sell out soon and we can keep growing the community. So stop by the Discord if you have any more questions. Sweet.